This video is going to be a little bit different. It's going to be the first video in a new series that we do, which is going to be more like a diary than the sort of episode format that we're doing. Future videos are probably going to be more if I go out on a test shoot or things like that. This is just a way that I can bring you guys along and also give a bit more insight, hopefully. Hope you enjoy this new format. If you do, please let us know, and we'll be looking to do more in the future. We decided to head out of London to visit our friends in Copenhagen for the weekend. On this trip, I took the Yashica T5 with me, but the main camera I wanted to play around with, which was a new camera for me, is the Contax N1. It's basically a 35mm SLR camera. It's got some really nice lenses that you can use with this camera. And I wanted to see what sort of results I was going to be able to get with this. This was actually the first photo I took. It kind of, for me, summarizes Copenhagen in a way. There's so many things going on. You can kind of get a taste for the culture. This area here is one of the most sort of touristy places in Copenhagen. Yeah, it's a really nice area. We actually wandered around, took a few photos, decided to grab some drinks and sit by the river. I decided to mainly shoot Portra 160. Most of the time it was sort of quite bright sunlight. I did actually try overexposing Portra 160, which I'm not sure if that was actually a good idea or not. The reason I did that is because I do that with Portra 400 and sort of rate it at 200. So I wanted to try 160. Personally, I don't think it worked as well. This might be to do with the 35mm rather than 120 film. The one thing I did notice was the colour started to move away from what I'm used to, and I think that's probably down to the fact that I overexposed it. And then we actually got the chance to meet up with another friend of ours. Billy is a musician. We took some photos of him in episode 3, and he's now moved to Copenhagen. We decided to try and get a couple of photos. I think in general we were there kind of just to catch up, so we didn't spend too much time doing that. And then we decided to head over to Tivoli, which was actually really fun. At this point, I decided to switch to the Yashica because the light was starting to drop and I was also getting a little bit drunk, so I didn't want to be worrying too much about the Contax, so I put the Contax away and we went on some roller coasters and just had a cool time. I was actually really surprised with the photos I got out of the Yashica. Super sharp, even when the sun was going down. And then as the sun really started to go down, I tried to get a couple of shots on the Yashica without the flash, and I was pleasantly surprised with the results. And then right at the end, I got this shot. And that was pretty much it for day one. We decided to get some pizzas and had a few drinks. We headed back out into the city again, started again in some quite touristy sort of spots. We just wandered around. We stumbled across this race going through the canals in the city. We got the Contax out again at this point and snapped some of the guys as they were going past, and I was actually really pleased with how these came out. And then decided we were going to explore a bit more of the city, wander some streets. And just in general, it was just a really beautiful time of year to be there, I think. At this point, we went over to Christiana. Christian Sandan. I can't remember how to pronounce it. You can, in this one area of the city, quite openly buy weed, essentially. I didn't take too many photos in this area, mainly because it's kind of frowned upon. Although people are openly selling drugs, it is illegal in the city. If you go anywhere near that sort of area and are taking photos, people won't be happy with you. So I knew that already, so I didn't even try to do that. These photos that I did take are kind of like on the outskirts of it, where that sort of thing isn't happening. And then we decided to head over towards an area called Salon, which is this sort of like food market area. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this. As I said, this is a slightly newer sort of format. If you enjoy it, we're going to do more of this. It's a way for us to create some content which is perhaps not the same sort of production value as the episodes that we do, but it is something that we're looking to do more regularly. So if you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, and we'll see you in the next one.